Welcome back to Off the Cup episode number 2. We're going to have a heart-to-heart today, and we're going to get possibly a little uncomfortable with the subject that I'm talking about. As you may have seen in my Instagram promo, which has a different background because I wanted to redo the video, we're going to be talking today about those of us who still rely on mom and dad for financial support. I'm not really talking about the one-off, I need some help, let me borrow a little bit of money and I'll pay you back situation. More about I'm going to mom and dad consistently to maintain my lifestyle, to maintain my standard of living. There's a very good chance that if you fall into that category, you are blowing up your parents' retirement plan, and they're not going to tell you that. I've got 2 boys, a third on the way. I would do anything for them. So I know that mom and dad, even though they may not be able to afford it, are going to do everything they can to help you out. And if you have kids, help out their grandkids. They're not going to tell you the financial strain you may be putting them in or the long-term negative impact you're having on their financial plan. So I will tell you that so they don't have to do that. I'll be the bad guy. I'm going to have another video sometime soon that I'll have you share with them, and it'll be a similar conversation that we're having, except I'm going to let them know that A, you're aware that you may be putting them in a financial bind, and B, they need to stop supporting you because you're never going to figure things out and progress forward in your financial life. It may sound like I'm not very sympathetic to your situation. You may have a lot of student loan debt, you may not be in your ideal job, you may not be making enough money, but unfortunately, those are the cards that are being dealt right now, and complaining about it and not making any adjustments to your life is not going to improve things. I've written about it before. I'm a big believer in the power of a positive mind and thinking optimistically. Not that positive thinking is going to fix everything, but I think if you're complaining and you're stuck, you're not going to get any better. And relying on mom and dad is not going to help you either. So how do we rectify this? How do you not need mom and dad to support you anymore? Everything with me probably will go back to having a financial plan. And it doesn't have to be a big comprehensive plan. It's just starting with the basics. Taking a look at your budget. How much money is coming in versus how much money is going out. Where is it going? And what can you trim back until you get your financial situation in a better standing? Can you cut some expenses so that you can build up an emergency fund so you don't need mom and dad in that one-off emergency? Are there expenses you can cut so you don't need the ongoing support until you get things going and you can pick those expenses back up? So the first is probably going to be just looking back at the budget and identifying where you can cut back to not need the support from mom and dad. Then, if that's not it, if it's more income you need, how do you go about getting more income? Is it hustling on the side and doing the Gary V, buying something at Goodwill and selling it on eBay to make some extra money? Is it improving your situation at work, taking on more responsibility so you can get a raise? But if income's the issue, you've got to figure out a way to drive that income up. Again, you relying on mom and dad is not helping you improve your situation. You're going to be comfortable. You're not going to push yourself. And as long as the money's coming in from them, there's no motivation for you to step out and improve your situation. And the bigger issue is you're blowing their plan up. And what happens if, because of their ongoing support for you today, when it comes time to retirement, their nest egg is gone? Are you going to be in a position to repay them and take care of them in their later years of retirement because all of their assets are gone, because they spent it on you when you were figuring things out? So think about that in the long term, what you might be doing to your parents along with your financial plan in the future. So I don't want this to be a long rant. Again, the goal is not to make anybody feel bad about themselves. More than anything, it's just to let you know that although mom and dad may act like they're fine, giving you some extra support, they may not be. There will be a handful that are. So if your parents are fortunate enough to be able, then I still think you should stop relying on them, but you're not doing the big issue of blowing up their plan. But most of us are probably not going to fall in that situation. The average American is severely underprepared for retirement. They don't have enough money saved and can't afford really to be giving out money to their grown kids. So I hope that this gives one person the motivation to make some changes, reevaluate their priorities, to put themselves in a better situation to not need help from mom and dad. I'll be back soon with another video. I'll have you send it to mom and dad, let them listen to it so we're all on the same page. Again, I don't plan on having every one of my off the cuffs being a sensitive subject like this. I'm not calling anybody out or trying to be negative, but you need to know that you might be causing more harm to your parents than they're letting on. And if you don't know, you'll probably keep doing it. And if you do know, that might be the motivation for you to make some changes, and in the long run, you'll be better off for it. So I'll leave that with you. Have a great day, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.